A new school year means a fresh start. For families that are looking for a new path to help their child succeed, K-12 could be the perfect fit. K-12 powered schools offer tuition-free, accredited, online public education for students in kindergarten through 12th grade. They know learning isn't one size fits all and will meet your child where they are. K-12 has been a leader in online education for over 25 years. They provide everything a student needs to feel safe, motivated, and thrive in their learning environment. With flexible education options tailored to each child's needs, interests, and goals for the future. K-12's dedicated teachers are trained in virtual instruction and provide real-time support. Plus, students will belong to a vibrant online community with opportunities for extracurricular activities to help them connect with peers and explore interests, all in a setting that works for your family. See how K-12-powered schools can help unlock your child's full potential. Enroll online today at k12.com/FWD. That's the letter K, the number 12.com/FWD. K12.com/FWD.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Yay Networks.
Parenting is such a breeze, oh, but it would bring you to your knees if it weren't for chatty daddies. Oh, yeah, the chatty daddies.
Welcome to the Chatty Daddies.
Podcast about three fathers who are parenting experts.
That's right.
I've taken off the think because we've done enough podcasts now to be deemed, I think, experts.
There's got to be a book deal coming.
I think so. I mean, have we done 10,000 hours yet? That's what we need to become experts?
Book deal. What about movie deal?
Yeah.
Zac Efron's going to sign up to play Nick Adams here soon.
Boys, forget a movie deal. Let's do a Netflix series and let's just get paid for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Let's do a little animation, and that way our faces can get uglier, but our little cartoons stay cute.
I imagine Shaq would portray a pretty good Trey Peart.
Yeah, Shaq would be good for you. JC, for you, I'm going to say
Meryl Streep.
Yeah,
she can do anything.
Good one.
She can do anything.
Good one.
I was going to go with Brad Pitt, but I guess Meryl Streep is fine.
I was going to say Oprah.
Yeah, Oprah's cool.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, why not? Affleck.
But it was Father's Day this past weekend. It's been a week now separated from Father's Day, a day that some dads love, some dads don't really care for. Some dads hang out with the kids all day. Some dads go to the golf course.
Yep.
They spend it however they want. And so now we get to chit-chat about what we did. So any takers on who wants to tell us about their Father's Day first?
Well, this was Trey's first Father's Day.
Yeah, so nothing too crazy. Got my presents in bed, and I got a customized book with Quaid telling me how much he loves me on every page.
Cute.
And then another book that is father wisdom from coaches. So like the most famous coaches, all their wisdom compiled together to be able to use it in parenting.
Very nice.
It's a pretty cool little thing. A lot of Vince Lombardi, a lot of Bear Bryant, a lot of the names you would recognize as huge football coaches.
Is Vince Lombardi's famous quote of show me a good loser and I'll show you a loser in there somewhere?
I think they may have left that on the editing room floor.
Got it, okay.
Because that's not great for parenting. But no, there's a lot of cool advice in there. Maybe I'll throw some of them at you as I read through it.
That's awesome.
Did you cry?
That.
Did you cry for your first thought?
No tears at all. And then we just went and hung out with her dad. My dad was in another city because he was down in San Antonio for a shooting competition. My little brother was shooting in nationals He was shooting
Cool.
skeet. Yeah, I know. Doing stuff at a national level.
He was shooting skeet?
Yeah.
Wow.
Skeet, trap, sport, all that different stuff.
With the yin yang twins are throwing on the walls?
Yeah, exactly. I think they play that as their hype music.
I think so. Yeah.
So I didn't do anything too crazy. Just hung out with the kid, hung out with Kara's family, and it was great. It was
Kept
nice.
it chill.
It was wonderful.
Nice. What about you, Nick? How was your Father's Day?
Well, I mean, it was fine. It was good. I've told this to a few people, and they look at me like a sad puppy dog, like, is something wrong? No. But
What?
the headline is, I had 2 meals alone in my car on Father's Day. And, some people think that's sad. Some people think it's a nice little vacation.
How'd you feel? Like, why?
I was totally fine with it. Okay, so here's the deal.
Okay.
We are painting my house right now. We're getting all new paint colors inside the house. And so it came time for them to do what is called primer, I guess,
Sure,
and
yeah.
that smells really terrible.
Yeah.
So
And
primer's all that gray stuff they put on
Yes.
the before they put the nice looking paint.
Yes, so it's all fumey. Like, my house is a war zone. There's like ladders and paint buckets and just like cabinet doors hanging all around my house. It's just chaos. So the smell was so bad, we just couldn't stay there. So we've been staying at some family members' houses the last few nights. Like, we've been alternating. Like, one night we'll stay at my parents', the next night her parents' house, the next night my parents' house. We've been going back and forth, and it's been a little chaotic, living out of a suitcase for a few days. But it was Sunday morning, and I needed to go see how the house was, if it had aired out enough for us to go back there that night. And so it was Sunday morning. My wife said, why don't you just go do it? There's a place that I like to get breakfast tacos that I can never get unless I'm in this certain part of town. She says,
Oh, nice.
just go get some breakfast tacos and then go home and see what it's like. So I did that, and I sat in the parking lot and ate breakfast tacos by myself, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Peace and quiet.
It was fine.
Sometimes that's what dads want.
I did. I pulled out my phone and I started watching Kevin Hart's Fatherhood on there, and it was really good. Haven't finished it all, but it was good. And so then I went to the house. It was still way too fumey. We cannot move back in yet. It's smells too bad. So I opened up all the windows, all the doors, let it air out for a few hours, and I just like sat on my patio for a few hours, just sat there. It was hot. It was hot, but it was cooler outside than it was inside because we didn't have the AC on, because you're not supposed to have your AC on when you're painting.
Oh, right.
And then
tip.
it wasn't good enough after a few hours, so I got back in my car, went and got a sandwich, ate the sandwich in my car for lunch, and then drove back to my in-laws' house where we hung out and swam and played, and it was fine. I was happy. Like, we had pork chops that night. It was fine. No big deal.
Fine. Yeah. It doesn't sound like the traditional Father's Day, but as long as you weren't beat down by it,
Yeah,
that's all
and my
good.
kids they made me a couple things at school. They got me a card or two, and
Are you sure
was
they
it.
made it? I'll get into it later.
okay,
It's fine.
I will say, for my situation, yes, because it was like each day of the week they were like adding something to this picture, so they were hanging up on the wall. So every day when I pick them up, I can kind of see the progress.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you,
Okay.
JC?
All right, since Nick was giving us a headline with his, well, the headline for my weekend was my son saying, fine, why don't you just take me to an orphanage then?
Oh gosh.
So happy Father's Day.
Well, I'm sure those orphans would love to have a Father's Day, Kaysen.
And maybe it had to do with the movie we watched, because Kinsey, although I tell her every year, I love Father's Day, I really love you guys and everything, but you do not need to make it a big deal.
Right.
You don't need to. It's okay. I'm happy with my card and my hugs in the morning and my breakfast, and then let's go back to real life. Because honestly,
Dude, a normal day.
yeah, normal day is fine. Because I didn't push babies out, and I try my best to be a good dad and everything. But you don't need to celebrate me over that.
Sure.
I try to do that every day. She said, "No, let's have a Father's Day weekend."
All
And
right.
I said, "Okay,
okay.
let's. You know what? I'm not gonna fight my wife over this. Let's have a Father's Day weekend." My daughter went and had a sleepover on Friday, so we just had Kaysen, and he wanted to take me to go see that movie that came out about the football team, the 12 Mighty Orphans.
Yeah.
This was a great movie for my son to watch, because he's been getting a little bit older, and he's been having some issues when it comes to respect to the parents. We all went through that age when we were 8, 9, 10 years old, when we were just trying to fight everything our parents did. So this was a good, nice little set him straight movie, so he could see what it was really like, so he doesn't complain about the things he doesn't have, so he could see what it was really like for orphans back then. And it was tough. It was dude, there was tears. He cried. He teared up in the movie.
Whoa.
I teared up in the movie. It was one of those. So I'm thinking we're gonna go into the weekend. Kaysen's gonna have his best weekend of all time.
Yeah.
Saturday, went to a baseball game.
Fun.
This is a day after we watched a movie about orphans, guys.
Okay.
So Saturday's activity, baseball game with Chloe and Kaysen. Their first baseball game together that they remember, because last time they were basically just babies, didn't even know how to talk. Had a blast. I was doing the dad thing where I was teaching him about baseball, and he was looking at me and taking it all in, and he was cheering and doing the wave. It was great.
Son, that's called a base hit.
Yes.
Well, with bases loaded, it's really important that they hit the ball. They can get a point here, Chloe. You understand? Yeah.
It was awesome. I've visualized these moments, Nick, just like that. And so we go home that night, and Kaysen starts acting up with his mom.
Just talking back.
Yeah. We asked him basically. You want to know what the fight was, guys? We asked him to go brush his teeth, and he didn't want to because
it's the dumbest things that set kids off. It's the dumb things that set parents off too, but kids especially.
And I have this conversation with my kids all the time. I told you guys the quote I made up from when they were little. I said, "Do what we say, and everything will be okay." That's the quote we say. And I've also had the longer conversation with them that says, "Listen, whenever we tell you to do something, and you guys fight us over it, guess what? You're going to end up doing it. But if you end up doing it after fighting, there's going to be punishment involved." And so that night, the punishment was PlayStation taken away. God, fine. See you later, alligator.
Now, when it's taken away, do you physically remove it, or does it stay there and he just can't use it?
Mostly, it's a verbal takeaway, as in you can't go on it the next day. The next day being Father's Day. So Father's Day came. He was back. He was all good. Everything was happy. He knew he was grounded from Fortnite that day. He couldn't play it. We went to brunch, went to a Mexican restaurant, had a good time and everything. And then we get back and we remember Chloe has cheerleading practice. So Kinsey and Chloe have to leave. It's just me and Kaysen at the house on Father's Day. And he starts getting on me about, well, since Mommy's gone, can I play Fortnite? And I said, no. I said, no, this is Father's Day. Me and you, we're going to hang out. We're going to watch some soccer. We're going to hang out and just have a boys' time. Well, I want to play Fortnite. Nope, we're not going to play Fortnite. Please don't start this, son. It's Father's Day. Let's not ruin Father's Day. I want to start. Boom. He loses it. I lose it as a dad. I'm tired. It's my day, and I felt slighted. So I lost it on him. And I said, you know what? I'm taking your whole PlayStation away. I went upstairs and I disconnected that thing.
Oh, yeah.
I did the power move.
That's when you know it's serious.
I knew it was serious, guys. And I freaking grabbed it and I took it away, and he was not happy about that. And we got downstairs after I put it away because I hide it from him. And he looked at me and he goes, I can't believe you did that. And I said, well, listen, man, sometimes you need to learn when to stop, and you need to realize that I'm losing my cool and my dad's about to lose my cool, and we just need to chill. And he goes, well, if you don't like me, why don't you just take me to an orphanage? And I'm like, somewhere down the line, I did something wrong. I know I did something wrong. I said something wrong. I said something stupid probably. I didn't do it right. And I looked at him, I'm like, I'm not taking you to an orphanage, bro. I'm not giving up on you like that. He goes, well, I want to go to an orphanage. And I was like, all right, so then I play the game, which again is not the right thing to do according to parenting books.
Yeah, you're just like egging him on. Oh,
yeah. So I was like, all right, bro, you want to go to an orphanage? Go ahead, go pack your bag. I called his bluff. I was like, go pack it. If that's what you really want, dude, I don't want to take you, but if that's what you're asking me to do, I'll take you. He goes, no, I'm asking you to let me play Fortnite.
Well, buddy, I don't think I'm getting through to you here.
Oh, man, it was just one of those. And Kinsey was gone this whole time. And it turned into a little, he got mad at me. I yelled at him. And then 20 minutes later, everything's fine. And then Kinsey strolls in. Like, how's what's going on? How's everything? I was like, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Nothing bad happened. Nothing bad happened. But yeah, man, he threw to take me to an orphanage. I'm like, dude, we just watched a movie about orphans and you saw how bad it was for them, and that's what you want. Not that it is like that nowadays, but I kind of wanted him to low-key think that it's that way.
Hey, have you ever gotten into an argument with one of your kids, JC, and then Kinsey comes home and you say, do you want to know what your daughter did?
Oh, absolutely.
Your daughter?
Yeah, at that point, it's not mine anymore. Yeah, you pushed them out? You brought them into this world?
I do that all the time. And I'm like, dude, how old am I? My kid's only 4 and I'm already saying stuff like that.
Yeah. By the way, best Father's Day present was given to me by my neighbor.
Okay.
He won Yard of the Month, and I'm a little jealous. A little jealous of my neighbor because I kind of want Yard of the Month now that I'm.
Are you putting the work in?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
No.
So
but
I do not deserve Yard of the Month.
In my head, I do. But
okay.
Probably in real life, no, I don't. I woke up the next on Father's Day, and Kinsey goes, "Jose, what did you do last night?" And I was like, "Oh no." Because remember, I had a little issue with Kaysen, so I drank a couple beer skis, and I stayed up after Kinsey, and I was like, did I do something stupid? Did I pee on a drawer or something?
Yeah.
And she goes, did you steal the Yard of the Month sign? And I was like, what? I grabbed my phone, and it was a picture from my neighbor. He moved it, took a picture of it, and sent it to me and put, Happy Father's Day. Wanted you to be Yard of the Month for a few. And then I wrote him back, and I was like, dude, they're going to think I stole it because I've been talking about it. And so he goes, oh, crap, you're right. So we switched it back. But for a couple hours, your boy was Yard of the Month.
Yeah.
It almost like, was he like teasing you like, hey, yeah, I'll give it to you for 2 hours?
Sure.
No, I think he's that.
Is he rubbing it in your
face?
face?
No. He's not that
Okay.
guy. He's not a rubber in kind of guy. He's just genuinely a nice dude trying to make me feel good.
Gonna take this sign back to my perfectly edged lawn. Thank you.
And I low-key think he probably heard me, in case in having a little father-son going at it, and he probably wanted to make me feel better, Because I was this close, guys, to calling BetterHelp. I was about to call BetterHelp because I've hit them up about parenting issues in the past just to talk me down, and boy, do they do a great job with that.
I know we make light of a lot of subjects here, but there are times that you really need to talk to somebody about a serious issue, and you don't need your friends joking around. You don't need to bring extra stress to whoever's closest to you. You can use BetterHelp to get a licensed therapist at the touch of your fingers on your phone at any time.
What we love about BetterHelp is that they can help you with a ton of different things. So things like depression, anger, family issues, JC, anxiety, sleeping even. How great is that? You can talk to someone just about your sleeping. They have tons of licensed counselors who can help you out with all of these things, and they are confidential, they're convenient, they're affordable. You can check out all of the testimonials on their site that are posted daily.
Now, in fact, they have so many people using BetterHelp right now that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. And look, we want you to start living a happier life today. So as a listener of the Chatty Daddies, as a Chatty Daddy yourself, or as a Chatty Mommy, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at BetterHelp.com/daddies. You can join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health, and it's really easy. Just go to BetterHelp, HELP.com/daddies.
Is Father's Day a sex holiday?
Like you should get some that day?
Yeah. So it's like, your birthday, you're probably going to get some. Now, is Father's Day along those lines?
In my house it is.
Yeah? Of course it is at your house. 12:30 is a holiday for you guys. So let me run down some of the holidays that I think are sex holidays.
Okay.
So Father's Day for you?
Day, yes, Father's Day.
Congratulations.
Birthday, obviously.
Oh, for sure.
Now, Christmas, I'm in. Christmas is a sex holiday. I
Really?
don't. This is, but I
That's
haven't.
the Lord's birthday, bro.
I
That's
know.
Jesus'
I
birthday.
know. I actually think that's when.
Hallelujah.
That's when Quaid was conceived.
Oh, yeah, you don't know when Kaysen was conceived, bro. You weren't there.
And so let's see what other holidays could be.
I mean, Valentine's Day. Did you say that one?
Valentine's Day has to be, right?
Anniversary
Anniversary
is one of them.
Yeah.
Especially because Kinsey and I determined our dating anniversary based on the first time we hooked up.
Right.
And so that's when we try to keep the streak alive.
Now, I wouldn't say that Mother's Day is a sex holiday. You know what I mean?
No, that's up to them.
It's up to them.
Right.
Yeah, that's up to them.
We're leaving out the biggest, the sexiest.
Which one?
President's Day.
Sure.
How can we not think about our forefathers?
I'm going to dress up like Taft. You dress up like Lincoln, and we'll meet in the middle.
Hey, honey, I got a nice Trump wig you can throw on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dress up like George Washington Schlong,
Oh, God.
All right, so speaking of Father's Day, I got a Father's Day present from my son, and it was through the daycare. And I think I've stumbled upon something.
Dun, dun, dun.
Did they really use my son's foot to make the piece of artwork that they gave me as a Father's Day present? Or did they use a fake foot?
What?
I think that they are trying to pull one over on all the families, and they are using fake feet. They have like 10-month-old foot. They've got 12-month-old foot. You know what I mean? And
like shoe sizes? Like you're at a Foot Locker?
Like a big rubber stamp that they just use for everybody. It makes everything go so quick. And then what are they going to do? They're going to do 200 different students' feet? I don't think so.
But they got to be careful because one of those kids has a messed up toe, and their parents are going to know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not my cashew toe that runs in my family.
And I think that I have stumbled upon a conspiracy theory that no one has ever stumbled upon before. And so I have put it out into the universe, hoping to talk to daycare workers all over the country to prove my point. And here now to tell me how right I am is Justine. Hi, Justine.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. So you used to be in the daycare field. You
still
are right now?
Yes, so I worked in daycare for a few years, and now I'm a nanny. I've been a nanny for 10 years now. So.
Oh, are we distracting you from some kids right now?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So, Justine, is Trey correct with this conspiracy that you guys just have some random footprint that you use a foot stamp for every kid?
Absolutely not.
Dang it!
Come on, I don't believe her. I don't believe her.
Sorry,
She's in bed with
in
bed with big foot stamp, and she's not going to spill the secrets.
So my trick is to use ink pads instead of paint.
Okay,
Because it's not as messy. If I don't have ink pads, I usually will give them either a snack or a toy, things that they don't typically will play with, and I usually will put them in like a high chair or a floppy seat or just a bouncer. I've done a bouncer before.
So you're telling me
that was tricky.
You're telling me that people have techniques that they've cultivated over several years, and that I'm just not doing it right.
You're just not good, Trey.
Correct. I'm sorry.
So. Okay, fine. So
I'm wrong. I can give you a lesson if you want.
Hopefully, I'm not having to do footprints for a long time, and we'll actually get to do finger paintings at some point.
Justine, like if you see someone in the where you work doing something you deem to be the wrong way to handle business when it comes to children, do you guys have a code where you keep to yourselves, or do you guys bring it up right away?
I usually keep it to myself unless it has to do with my child that I'm taking care of.
Yeah. Okay.
I've worked with special needs in the past, and I kind of got like a little hood on some people because people would stare, but I've grown.
So let me ask you this. My son recently had an incident report because he bonked his little head on the side of a counter or on the wall or something like that. What kind of group decision is it to call the parents? Because I'm sure that it's not the first time he's bonked his head. Do they call it for every tiny little incident, or will you wait and be like, hey, do you think I need to call, or would mom not notice that?
They do. We have to document everything, just legal reasons.
Yeah.
I had a child crack his head open.
Oh, no.
He was running, and I was changing a diaper, and I went to turn, and I was like, no! And he was looking the opposite way, and he went to look forward, and literally just like the corner of the wall just bonked his head. And I mean, it was like,
yeah,
okay, time to go outside. Like,
yep.
Justine,
mess,
is there an age that is the absolute worst, and is there an age that's the absolute best in general?
Yeah, between the ages of 1 till they go to elementary school.
That's so hard.
I mean, 2 and 3-year-olds cannot be fun.
I mean, I currently take care of a 2-year-old.
Oh, well, it's not fun, is it?
Granted, I just started with him, but I do have a knack for like the 2s and the 3s. But I will also say that 3s are probably worse than the 2s.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I have a couple more questions. I know you actually have a job that you have to get to, but I have a couple more questions.
No, you're fine. You're good.
So every single day I pick him up, they're like, "Oh, he had a great day. He had a great day." Are they lying to me? Because
no.
I feel like he's got to have a bad day at some point.
So you guys do tell parents, "Hey, your kid sucked today."
Yeah.
I do. I don't put it in those terms. I just say, Timmy had a hard day today.
Okay.
or we had a rough day keeping our hands to ourselves, or using soft feet. But yeah, kids do 1,000%. They act totally different with their caregiver than they do with their parents.
Yeah.
And I would think you guys wouldn't want to hide it from parents if they had a tough day, because that way the parents can go home and take care of those issues and start teaching the kids how to behave correctly, right? You don't want them to keep coming to the preschool and keep acting up the way they are.
Right. But then it's like a double-edged sword, too, because 9 times out of 10, that's where they learn their bad habits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
True. Like the biting and the kicking, especially if they're like, only child and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Justine, I have another question, way off topic. Since you've been in childcare for so long, have you found a technique that will make my kid eat a vegetable?
bake it into something.
Oh, okay. So
bake it.
Make it into like a muffin. Like I've done like zucchini muffins where I'll use like apples so that they're sweet, but like you just shred the zucchini like really thin and you bake it that way.
Nice.
Okay, that is a good idea.
And they look like a muffin, and I mean, you can even add like icing to it if it makes you feel better, but it's just, I mean, that's what I've done in the past, is just bake it into things.
You're hitting it out of the park right there, Justine, because I got my son was adamant about saying, I will not eat cauliflower. It's gross. I gave him some cauliflower crust pizza and then had him say it again that he would never eat cauliflower and broke the news to him. And now he's all about it.
So, Justine, my
That's how you get 'em.
So my last question for you is: you're a nanny, right? How and would you say that you work for somebody super rich?
Yes.
All right.
Like, okay,
Yes.
I'm not gonna. You don't have to like out who they are, but are they like in politics? Are they famous? Are they
Just rich?
or are they just like
they're
wealthy? Yeah.
They're just rich.
Nice.
Did they give you a car just for nanny duties? Like a car?
We had a discussion about that because I had just started, and I think it was because they put the car seats in my car and they saw what a hot mess my car is. And the dad was like, we're thinking about getting a nanny car. I have to look into the logistics. Like, I don't know how much those things cost. So we'll get back to you. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Would they get you a Bentley or something? Is that what
We'll see. Continued.
All right, Justine. Well, thank you so much for answering some of our questions. I really appreciate it. And I'll hit you back up if I have other daycare questions.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
problem.
you.
You messed up giving Trey your number, Justine. He's going to call you all the time.
Call me anytime.
All right,
Bye, Justine. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
She was so cool.
She was.
All people that work in childcare tend to be that friendly and fun and always optimistic and smile on their faces.
So what I'm gathering is that I'm just wrong.
Yeah, Trey, you are wrong.
You're on the right track. There's definitely something fishy going on.
What does it
because
say?
I've tried to do the handprints and the feet in paint before, and it's impossible, Trey.
Right. Well, here's the thing, though, is I don't feel like people could edit video and audio as well as, you could edit video, I could edit audio. So that's our job.
Exactly.
We figured
Do
out
it
the
all the
tips
time.
and the tricks and able to do it in 30 seconds to make it look perfect.
So let me give you a trick here,
Yeah.
because I have my kids, my son's handprint on my right arm tattooed, and then on my left arm I have my daughter's feet, both her feet on my arm. And like you guys said, I got them when they were really little. How do you get it to be so perfect? Because I mean, they're perfect footprints, right? There's not a crooked toe or anything. What we had to do, and maybe this is what they do at the little schools, is we had to take different ones, and then we would grab like one that's good, but maybe the pinky's all messed up, so we'd grab the good pinky from the other one, and then we put it together. So that's how we made the perfect prints.
One time, it was probably for Mother's Day or something when my kids were, maybe it was last year or something, we were doing the footprints things for like our grandparents, or put the footprints in the cards and stuff like that, and I decided to do it to myself, and so I put my footprint in a card for my grandmother. So it's their little feet with my big foot.
That's adorable.
It was, I think, hilarious.
Did you get your full foot on there?
No, I think it hung off a little bit. It did not fit, but my grandma thought it was funny.
Oh,
so
that is
mission
funny.
accomplished.
I like that idea. We should all do that as grown-ups for our grandparents. Fun fact, by the way, since we were just talking to a nanny that is a nanny to very rich people, I know a nanny that's a nanny for a billionaire.
Nice.
Whoa.
Does she have her own nanny car?
I don't remember. She's been with them since they were really little. I think the boy, because there's 3 kids, it's 2 girls and a boy. The boy was, I think, in preschool when she started watching them. Now the boy, I think, is going into, I want to say he's going into middle school or like 5th grade, and the girls are like graduating high school or close to it. But she was a teacher. And all of a sudden, this person, high-profile person, needed a nanny, and it was just word of mouth. This person knew this person, and then her name got brought up. They hit her up and said, "Hey, are you willing to quit your teaching career and come be a nanny for us?" And she put it all down, and she became a full-time nanny.
Very impressive.
And she gets to travel the world. She's really good friends with the wife. She's at the family functions and all that stuff. It's really cool.
So, okay. Let's pretend we are all mega wealthy, just like your friend's employer, JC.
So basically, this is the whole day for me.
Yes.
I try to pretend.
Pretend you're mega wealthy. It's time to get a nanny.
Okay.
I don't want to ask a question that's too inappropriate for 2021.
Okay. You're about to ask if we would hire a nurse.
Do you get a hot nanny?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
No.
Yeah, I think the answer's no.
Oh, it's no? I thought there's no correct or wrong answer.
I think the answer's no.
Even if my wife brought to me like mildly attractive nanny, I would say absolutely not.
Listen, you chauvinistic boys.
I'm not being chauvinistic. I am making sure that my wife doesn't think I'm trying to sleep with the nanny.
Exactly. Just don't have interactions with them. Here's what you do.
But I think it's a trap, even if because we're going to talk about it ahead of time. She's going to be like, "Hey, here's this nanny. What do you think?" And I'll be like, not qualifying.
I'm looking at qualifications. I'm looking at how long you've been working with kids. I'm talking to the people whose houses you've been at. I'm talking to the people that
Trey not qualified. She was just Bill Gates's nanny. What do you mean?
Yeah. So I'm not even looking at looks. And honestly, as far as when it comes to nannying or even as far as teachers or even babysitters, I don't do a lot of interacting with them.
But at some point you will. Yeah. There will be a time where like you're home alone with them for an hour or whatever it is, and it's like, I just want to remove all doubts, any questions for now and into the future. And that something might happen. This
is along the same lines, I think, as, hey, can you sleep in the same bed as another dude? Yeah, of course. I'm not going to sleep with the guy, like have sex with the guy. It's okay for me to sleep. Like, it should be okay for me to have a super hot nanny.
It should be fine.
I actually have another daycare worker that wants to talk to us, so let me get her on the phone real quick.
Okay.
All right, so I actually have Chastity on the phone with us right now, another daycare professional. I need to know, Chastity, am I being crazy when I think that the daycare is using a fake foot to pretend like it's my own child's foot for art projects?
Okay, so no.
All right.
And the reason why is I'll be the first to say it. So when I first started, like 7 years ago, I know like sometimes if like a kid isn't here for a project, like I said, they got sick. Sometimes they'll use like another kid's hand, but like that's like on a very rare occasion.
So you're telling me if Trey's son Quaid was at daycare, it is 100% going to be his foot? Is that what you're telling me then?
At the last one that I was at, absolutely. I'll be anonymous with them, but absolutely. But the one I'm currently at now, we'll absolutely wait until like that kid's back.
Okay. See, Trey?
So it just depends on what level of daycare I'm at. Am I at the good daycare, at the shady daycare?
That's up to you, Trey. She doesn't know what daycare you go to.
But I got to imagine if you're sitting there, okay, I've got 12 feet I have to stamp today, and you know that you have one kid that's calm, and you have like 2 kids that are wild and crazy, and they're not going to do it. I would be very tempted to use the calm kid's foot for those other 2.
Big time, yeah.
I would be tempted.
Yeah, now if he's an average foot and he averages out to all the other feet, why not? You know, if he's going to give you the best foot forward.
Oh, understandable. I understand that completely. You would think so because it's easier, but I'm always the one that I'm like, all right, we're going to do this.
I like it.
I want to ask you this question, Chastity, because how long have you worked in daycare or with kids?
I've been doing this since 2012.
Okay, so you've been doing this for a while, almost 10 years. What is your go-to hilarious story that you go with when people ask you about, like, yo, tell me your most embarrassing or tell me your biggest cringeworthy story? Do you have one of those?
Yes. So first, it has to do with my name.
Okay.
So with my name being Chastity, some kids have a hard time pronouncing it. And when I first started 10 years ago, I went, maybe I'll just let the kids call me Chas, because that's my nickname with my family, and it's easier to say.
Of course.
So when I first started, there was a girl, 2 years old. She comes up to me. She goes, "What's your name?" And I went, "Well, my name's Miss Chastity. But, if it's easier for you, you can call me Miss Chas." And she goes, "Oh, okay, Miss Ass. That's perfect."
So you changed that real quick.
Cha.
You got to put the cha in there.
And I went, "Oh, wait, hold on. No. How about we just do Chastity?" And she was like, "Oh, okay, Miss Chastity." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, that's great.
Yeah,
we'll go with that one."
I kind of thought the slip up was going to be for the second part of chastity. That there was going to be a slip up in that area of the name.
It was just the behind. It was just the behind.
Yeah.
The behind, yeah, it was great.
All right, so Chastity, one last question before you go. I had to sign this agreement that I wouldn't come to the teachers individually and ask them to babysit, so that I can't steal them from the actual company and ask them to be my nanny. Has anyone ever approached you to be their own personal nanny, to do some personal babysitting?
So, yes. So, at least with my daycare, the rule is that we just can't go to them and be like, "Hey, I would love to watch your kid." Mm-hmm. What we are told is that the parents have to approach us outside of work. And I've had parents come and ask me inside the school, and I'm like, "Hey, hold on, catch me outside and we'll talk about it."
And is that a compliment?
After work, they will come outside, and then I'll be like, "All right, so here you go. Here's my information."
Would that be a compliment? I'm wondering if some daycare workers think that's a compliment, and some think what am I, just a babysitter to you guys? I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I think it's a compliment, right?
It totally depends on the person. Like for me, this has been my passion since 2012. I was like, I'm going to be a pre-K teacher. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So when people come up to me, I'm like, please let me watch your kids. And
Nice.
I usually do a really good deal because you never know what people are going through.
right.
I even to the point where I say I'll babysit for free. Just feed me.
Wow. Where are you
Make me a
at?
sandwich, and we'll go from there. And I have so many parents come back to me and say, "Hey, can you watch them this weekend?" And I'm like, sure. Why not?
Yeah. Wow, that's
So
nice.
it really depends on the person. Some people are like, I'm not for that.
Right,
And it's just because they're probably just there until they get out of college or something. But no, I'm permanently here. So when parents come up to me, I'm like, yeah, I'll watch them. What time?
I'll be honest. I'm one of those guys that'll not steal the pre-K teachers away for babysitting, but I've had them come over to my house to watch, and I think it's a compliment because my kids got to the age 2-3 years old where I'd ask them hey, who do you want to come over and watch you guys? Because we'd have 2 or 3 babysitters, and they would say their pre-K teacher. And so that's what got us to reach out to them because, that's who your kids feel most comfortable with. That's who they blurted out when I asked, who do you want to come over? So I think that's a huge compliment when you get those.
Yeah. Well,
I know. I love it. When I moved from one preschool to another, one of the teachers or one of the parents called me and went, "Hold on, Chastity, 1 second, please. Please help me." And I'm like, "Oh, what's going on?" I get on the phone and one of my students is crying. And I'm like, "What is it?" I called her Unicorn. And I was like, "What's up, Unicorn? What's going on?" She goes, I miss you, and my life's not together right now, and I need you over here on Saturday at 3:25 to watch me. I was like, that's very specific, but I will be over there at 3:25 to watch you.
all right, well, Chastity,
you're awesome.
Thank you so much for talking to us for a little bit. I know you probably have a classroom full of kids that are setting fire to stuff right now or something. I don't know, but thank you.
Running around, or they're wondering where I'm at, and I'll tell them I just went across, some unicorn bridge.
Very nice. Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and we really appreciate it. We'll talk to you again some other time if we have another question about daycare.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, you,
Chastity.
Miss Ass.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Bye, Chastity.
See, I'm not as crazy as I thought I was. There was somebody said it is possible that a certain
if the kid is not
person,
at the preschool when they're doing the art stuff.
It just takes one little crack of doubt to make it where you go, all right.
There's still a conspiracy here. Mm-hmm. There's cracks in the facade.
Yes.
I'm siding with the pre-K teachers.
I think that does it for this episode of Chatty Daddies. I'm not exactly sure where I land now on if I think it's the foot or not.
It's your son's foot. Trey.
Okay, fine.
I mean, most likely it is. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Well, you can follow us on Instagram at Chatty Daddies. You can leave us a message at the phone number that's in the description below, and you can leave us a review and tell us how great we are. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Only good reviews, please. Thank you.